People think reading is a very simple task. They believe that reading is something that they could do just anywhere, sitting in any way, and it will be okay. But it is not okay. I will tell you why. Hi everyone, my name is Alina Reis, and let's talk about what you make as a mistake while you're reading stuff. And there are several nice pieces of advice that I have for you. If you follow these pieces, you're going to definitely benefit a lot out of the reading that you are doing regularly, and it is going to help you with your English speaking skills. And that is what I'm going to take you to in the latter part of the video. Let's start. Has this ever happened to you that you've read this entire passage and the entire page is over and yet nothing has really entered here? It's like you were just merely reading it, but you were not understanding anything. So that is the challenge that is involved with reading. People tend to take it lightly, but it should not be taken lightly. If you do proper reading and if you do it with the proper rules, you're going to benefit much more than you are benefiting right now from the reading that you're doing. Let me start with the first point that I have for you. Reading should be done in properly lit places. That means there should be proper lighting. Okay, you should ensure that you have proper light thrown onto the book when you're reading it, because otherwise it's going to actually cause a lot of stress in your mind, and it is going to cause a lot of torture, trauma to your eyes also. Okay, it is very traumatic for the eyes, whether you understand it initially or you don't, but it will hamper your eyesight if you continue reading in not so properly lit spaces. And another thing that you've got to be careful about is quiet. It should be quiet. When you're reading something somewhere, be sure that the area is quiet. Okay, not always is that under our control, but to whatever extent it is, okay? I hope you get my idea. And one last piece of advice in this particular point would be always avoid reading in bed, because if you read in bed, there is a good chance that you will doze off, and the purpose and the task of reading is going to be stopped somewhere in between. You wouldn't even know when you fell off to sleep. Point number 2 that I have for you is do not vocalize. When you're reading, do not vocalize, do not say the words, okay? You should always read in your mind. I know sometimes it is said as a practice that you should vocalize the words, whatever you're reading, and I have also observed people actually running their finger on the words. Very bad habit. You should never do that. It shows lack of confidence, and it does not send very good signals to your brain. Your focus is entirely on the page and not on what's written in it. Okay, so do not vocalize, because first of all it is going to slow you down. Okay, so it's going to reduce your speed, and secondly it's a major distraction. You are always hearing to what you're saying, and that is something not right for you. Okay, so read in your mind, and let the magic happen. Let's go to point number 3. Take short breaks. So there should be a break after every 35-40 minutes. Do not read at a long stretch of 2 hours. It's not good for you, because sooner or later you're going to lose your concentration, and whatever you're reading will be lost somewhere. So it's better to take a short break of 4 or 5 minutes every 35-40 minutes of reading. Let's go to point number 4. Set yourself some reading task. Reading task would mean that you have in your mind that today I'm going to read 10 pages of this book. So you have a book in your hand, 10 pages of this book I'm going to read today. Okay, your task will be according to whatever you set. Okay, in my case I sometimes keep it very short. I just keep it to 2 pages if I do not have a lot of time. But yeah, it would be better if you at least read 2 pages of a book. Despite your hectic schedule, try to read 2 pages, at least 2 pages in a day. Point number 5 is reading with aim. You should always know a little about your aim. What are you interested in today? How have you designed your month? Let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to read fiction for 10 days in a month, and for the rest 20 days I'm going to devote to my studies, and I'm going to devote to reading some news. Okay, so I have my aim designed in my head, and accordingly I'm going to pick up the book, whichever book I want, and I will have a target that, as I said in point number 4, I would know my target, I would know my task, and accordingly I'm going to do the reading. So make your reading more aim and more target oriented. It's going to benefit you more in the longer duration. So in a way, you should know why you're reading what you're reading. Okay, if you're feeling a little funky, I'm feeling funky today, I want to read some nice fairy tale, no problem, go ahead. But yeah, tomorrow is my exam, I've got to finish these 2 articles. Okay, then you've got to get to that rather than reading a fairy tale. I hope you get my idea. So reading with aim, a little focus, okay, planning a little ahead in time so that you can know what is best suitable for you at that moment. Point number 6 is quite interesting. It is about related knowledge and related experiences. It says that when you're reading something, and if you're reading something long, okay, let's say you're reading a Supreme Court judgment. In my case, I read a lot of these court judgments. For what reason, maybe we can find that out later. But yeah, I do read judgments. It is better to research a little about that topic before I actually sit down to read that article, because it's going to really help me if I know a little about it from a little ahead. I hope you get my idea, right? So a little research, a little experience of yours, so that you know what they are going to talk about in the article. Okay, and you are not going around reading from line to line and not having any understanding of what they are talking about. Okay, so a little bit of research would help. Point number 7 is something very interesting and quite helpful. Skim the article. Skim the article would mean that you go through the headings, the subheadings first, and find out whether you really have interest in that topic or not, rather than reading the entire first 3 pages and then finding out it's not interesting to you, and it's boring and you don't find any value in it. So if you want to be sure about the value that article is going to provide you with, or that book is going to give you, first a little bit of skimming here and there, just running yourself through the index a little bit, right? In the end, I have one nice interesting fact for you. The thing is that we do not read the words letter by letter. We read the words as whole. So even if the spellings are messed up, you will not be able to find out. You will not be able to see. Most of the times you will be able to read everything, okay? You probably will miss out the spelling errors. So what we really focus, our minds, what we really focus at the first letter and the last letter of the word. Okay, if that is correctly placed, we will be able to figure out the entire sentence, even if the entire sentence is wrongly spelled. That was my trivia for you. I hope you enjoyed. Now let me quickly tell you about our classes. At Impata English Classes, we are providing professional training to students regarding 4 most important, the key areas of spoken English, which are reading, listening, writing, speaking. We are going to be focusing on all these 4, and we are going to be providing you with the best kind of expertise that you can imagine. And I'm sure you're going to grow if you start studying with us. So here is the number on your screen. Quickly give us a call or send us a WhatsApp. And also you can be following us on Facebook, or you can just send in a WhatsApp. That would be best. Okay, or just give us a call, or let us call you back. That would also be okay. So this was it for today, and I will be seeing you in another very nice video very soon. So you take care of yourself. Bye bye.